Germany is one step closer to forming a coalition government. The traffic light combination of the centre-left Social Democrats, the Greens and the pro-business Free Democrats have agreed to hold talks starting today. The leader of the Social Democrats, Olaf Scholz, says he now has a clear mandate to form a government.
The German people have given us the mandate to form a government together, and the current polls are also reflecting that. This is the will of the people of this country. It's now up to us to implement it.
It's a blow for the ruling Christian Democrats and for Angela Merkel's chosen successor, Armin Laschet. The speed of the progress in forming a new government has surprised many, but the Greens' Annalena Baerbock says she's convinced Germany can't afford a long wait.
Since this is a completely new situation and also a sensitive situation for all parties, we're now making a proposal to the FDP to continue talking together with the SPD, FDP and Greens. And since, as I said, we cannot afford a long standstill, our proposal is to get this underway quickly.
Euronews reporter Kate Brady is following developments in Berlin.
Well, there still certainly could be plenty of bumps in the road for Olaf Scholz. Of course, this is still quite early days. Things have moved quite quickly over the last 10 days since German voters headed to the polls. But this can eventually turn out to be a rather long-winded process trying to build a coalition government here in Germany. So it could still be a while yet until we see a coalition deal signed. And there could certainly still be some tricky points on different policy points during these talks, particularly when it comes to economic policy and also climate policy as well. So the Greens and the Social Democrats have much more overlapping policy, particularly when it comes to social issues. So it might be certainly trickier to get the FDP on side, particularly when it comes to issues like the taxation or higher taxes for the wealthy, something that the Social Democrats and Greens want to see pushed through in this legislative period. That said, of course, the Greens and the FDP have already met for bilateral talks, so clearly we wouldn't be at this point where the Greens are inviting the FDP and the SPD to have three-way talks had there not already been some signals in those bilateral discussions that there is certainly some room for compromise within a possible traffic light coalition. And this is very much still being sold at the moment as one step closer for Olaf Scholz to the Chancellery.